G'day everyone, welcome back to some more PuzzleCombat AllianceWar action. Today we've got Elite Strike Force matched up with my home or founding ally, I guess, the place I started off here in PuzzleCombat and stayed for a very, very long time actually, which is the Pirate Horde. So shout outs to them if you're ever after an ally, definitely worth hitting them up, but that's just my my old loyalties shining through a little bit. So, but for now, obviously I'm with ESF, so we've got a War 2 win, which means added pressure on me being an ex-pirate. So I've really got to pull out all of the stops. So red tanks on both sides of the battlefield actually. So both sides are going with the pulse defense setup. First flag I've gone with 3-1-1. I'm going to give it another whirl, see if I can get a better result than I have previously. So we've gone with Ghost with War Chest as two main damage dealers, and then I've thrown in Shocker for some more point and shoot damage. He's not a great one, but I mean, I'm a bit limited on my blue options. And then we've gone with Pulse for some healing, off-color healing, and then also Dragon Fist for some off-color charge control. So a little bit of a rough spot at the moment. We've lost two of our healers, our heroes, including my charge control hero. So it does mean that I have to rely very much on the damage output from Ghost and War Chest. So nice little cascade of tiles there on the left-hand side to finish off those two heroes. So we can now just pick off the final remaining hero, which is Whack, and come out with a win that was a little bit tighter than I was hoping for against me old mate Lord Stanley there. Next up, I've got Raven, another pulse tank, Ghost flank with a Hypernova in the other flank. Then obviously I think it was Topaz and Whack as the two wings. So another 3-1-1, very similar team. So I've gone with a second Ghost and a second War Chest and a second Dragon Fist. 3 out of the 5 are the same. Still got an off-color healer in Jocasta, and then I've gone with a second supporting healer on color this time in Nox. So Nox does a pretty decent AoE 5 heal over time, as well as some DOT and some passive charge generation. So not a bad hero. I do actually like her. I think she's quite fun to use. But yeah, so far we've had a decent open. We've gotten rid of the tank in Pulse, and I've also managed to fire off my both my blue heroes. About to get Ghost and Nox off. They look very similar actually, Ghost and Nox. They almost share exactly the same card. Very, very similar if you look at just those little face icon things. More blue tiles, so we've gotten Ghost and Dragon Fist and War Chest all fired, so we'll pop off Ghost on the right hand side, followed up with the double tap there, just to really try to drive out that right side. I'd like to have an entire side of the board completely open for ghosting, and then be able to target my heroes from there. So enemy Ghost charges and fires do lose Jocasta, which is a bit of a shame, but we have still got some healing there in the form of Nox from her heal over time. War Chest fires off to finish off the right hand side of Topaz. I just waited a second to see if he'd dodge, and I needed to follow it up with one of the other two heroes I had charged, either Ghost or Dragon Fist. Didn't need to, which was good, so I can just pop off both Ghost and Dragon Fist on the left. And from here, it's pretty well Jova, unfortunately, Raven. It's, yeah, hard to lose a 4v1. Whack is a great hero, but I don't think he's quite that great to overcome this remaining heroes that I've got. So fire off, keep ghosting tiles, pop off all of my heroes as their special skills come up, and then, yeah, get the dubski again. So 2 from 2, which is not too bad. I'll take it. It can get a bit rough facing a bunch of pulse tanks. So next up, we've got Ishmael. Another pulse tank, a little bit weakened. One of my ally mates did have a crack and didn't come off with the win. So a little bit weakened, but still pretty much a full team, really. So we have gone with another 3 blues and off-color healing in Ksenia. I've also got Panzer in there for some taunt, just to try to pull aggro from some of these AoE hitters that we've got on the enemy team. Also got Fungi Beats to extend the duration of the taunt. That was the plan anyway. I've kind of forgot that Fungi Beats has been changed. So he doesn't do that anymore, which reduced the effectiveness, but I still do get the ailment duration increase, which is quite good with Zodiac, because Zodiac gives off a 50 tick per turn poison ailment. So if I get 2 extra turns, that's an extra 100 damage per ailment that he's given out. So still quite a useful effect. You can see there the poison is still running on that enemy emerald, dealing out quite a sizable amount of poison per turn. Allows me to really focus the damage on vision, knowing that the enemy amethyst is going, emerald is going to die anyway. And yeah, that's pretty much what happened. So another win, 3 from 3. Next up, we've got Psycho. There are no more pulse tanks on the board, so I'm sort of starting to pick up some of the other ones. Ruby, I would say, is probably a close second in terms of the best red tanks available. She does off quite a stupid amount of damage for an AoE 5 hitter, and then has a armor generation buff that is very similar to what Pavati does and can ramp up to some crazy amounts of armor generation. So because of that, I have brought along Pantera. Pantera is an AoE 5 dispeller, so very useful for combating that enemy Ruby armor generation, because it is a buff. So if I can dispel it, then we don't have to worry about it. Was hoping to get the kill there on Ruby. Unfortunately, she did dodge the kill shot. So yeah, I'm sort of looking at the board here going, what's my best move to make? What's the move that's going to most likely kill that enemy Ruby? Fortunately, I did get a nice blue grenade that cascaded in, so we were able to get that kill shot. Pop Hex out on the right-hand side to put that blind ailment out on Sarge, because Sarge is a very hefty damage dealer. And then, yeah, keeping on my focus now on the left side with Amethyst, seeing she's an AoE 3, so make sure I get damage on 2 heroes rather than just 1. More ghosting up the middle. I've got another opportunity for recharging Amethyst. Poor targeting there by the enemy Topaz. Hit the one hero that's immune in stealth mode. So yeah, recharge some purple tiles, pop off the final purple tile I need in that ghosting spot, retarget on the left hand side with Amethyst, and then we're just going to go for broke, chuck out all of the blue tiles. Yes, the enemy face-off is going to fire, but I do have Pantera charge, so as soon as I get my turn, I will dispel the taunt and the counter-attack as well, re-heal to get some health back, charge stop on the left and right, and then just keep popping off with damage for the final ghosted tiles to get one last special skill cast. And that's the end of that one. So unfortunately, that's 4 for 4 from me. So unfortunate for the Horde, fortunate for me. Next up, we've got BCapone. So Bunraku in the tank position, probably the 3rd best of the red tanks, I'd say. Mostly on account of her fast damage. I think the best weapon for her on a defense team is probably the Igni Flashpoint, just to give off that that burn element on top of the damage she deals. So 3-1-1 setup again. So I've got my own Bunraku to combat the enemy Bunraku. There's no real combating going on. It's just because it was a good team build to get some added speed into this team. On color healing in the form of Booster. She gives off an immediate heal as well as a minion. So that's the healer. Then we've also got charge control in the form of Face Off. He does a charge stop to one enemy. And then we've got some added damage in Amethyst and Lepus. So big cascade there. So we got rid of the tank and the left flank position. All of my hero skills are charged, so I'll fire off with Booster, followed by Bunraku, Amethyst, and Lepus, and then finally Face Off. I did pop Face Off. I tried to put Face Off on the enemy Terminus to stop him from gaining charge. Wasn't successful. He withstood the ailment, so I am instead going to have to get the kill shot with Amethyst. And then at this point, it is a 5v1, and as much as we'd like, Unicorn's not going to win this fight, so just finish it off with a couple final special skills for the 5th victory. So 1 to go, and at this point I have genuinely run out of 5-star blue heroes. One short of being able to do 6 teams of 3. I never leveled many blue heroes because red tanks were never a thing, not since the days of Zidane. So I'm frantically trying to catch up and get a couple more blue heroes leveled. So we obviously saw a second Ghost has come into my roster. And then I'm working on a second Doodle slowly as well at the moment. But yeah, trying to catch up. But I've also run out of healers, obviously, as well. Well, I don't have many healers. So I've gone with Pseudo Heal in the form of Perla, and then comboed that with Venus, who is another minion-making healer. So you can see that's going to give me a lot of overheal, essentially, and I'm going to rely on Venus and Venus's minions to just regenerate the health that I need as well. So I am firing them in a particular order. I am going to fire Perla first, followed by Venus, because that way Perla's minions act as a meat shield and protect Venus's minions, which give added healing as well. So that was the order for it. A lot's happened in the interim. We've obviously fired off our blue heroes a bunch of times and then just now finished the fight with Topaz. So there you have it. KX Thor, another win, and we've gone 6 from 6. So it ended up being a pretty hefty victory for ESF, unfortunately. There was a lot of miss-hits and misfires on the Horde side of things, but there you see my 6 hits. We got Stanley, followed by Raven, and then Ish, followed by Psycho, BCapone, and then KX Thor to finish it off. So 6 from 6, which is I'm pretty happy with, genuinely. It's been a while since I've gone 6 from 6, and to get it against red tanks is yeah, very much a good thing for me. No flags left on our side, 6 on theirs, but it ultimately wouldn't have made any difference even if those 6 flags were used. So yeah, that's it for this war. Thanks everyone for joining me and tuning in. I do hope I'll catch you again soon, but until then, good luck, stay safe, and happy gaming. Cheers, bye!